Great. So I'll be starting now. Thanks for joining in for today's session. I am Deepika Rathore, Chief Nutrition Officer, Head Nutritionist, Lifestyle Expert, and Head of Gut Vertical from Luke's team. And today I'm here to discuss about a very important topic, which is the connection between exercise and gut health. How important is exercise when it comes to improving your gut health? By now we all know that gut health is beyond just digestion and absorption. Gut health has emerged as a very, very important function when it comes to keeping our overall health in check, be it our immune system, be it our cognitive function, be it our neurotransmitter, be it anything. And gut health tops the list, because if your gut health is in check, that means you're taking care of all the issues that might come across your way. So when we talk about gut, we all know that the gut hosts trillions of bacteria, the good bacteria or the probiotics, which actually helps in improving the neurotransmission across the body. So if you have to take care of your overall body to make sure that the neurotransmission happens properly, you have to take care of gut. And that's where there are various research that has come out which suggests the importance of exercise when it comes to improving our overall digestion, whether it is with circulation, whether it is with enhanced nutrient absorption, or whether it is with improved peristaltic movement. So today I'm going to talk about these particular pointers in detail. Now let's start with improved digestion. When you talk about improved digestion, what does that mean? That means whatever food you are eating, one, it goes down in the stomach smoothly. That means the digestion happens properly. Second, the absorption of nutrients from the food that you have eaten takes place properly. Then there is assimilation. And lastly, there is excretion. That means the food, after digesting, absorption, assimilation, is thrown out of the system wherein you don't feel constipated. And the very important point that helps in improving the overall digestion is the peristaltic movement. Now, what exactly is peristaltic movement? Peristaltic movement is a slow movement of our digestive tract, wherein the food is propelled ahead, right? So if you want to digest the food, if you want to have a proper evacuation, that means the body needs to have a proper peristaltic movement. Now, when you do any kind of exercise, it actually helps in strengthening your intestinal muscles. That means it makes the peristaltic movement happen smoothly. Now, there are two ways. If your peristaltic movement is sluggish, it doesn't take place properly, or it is slow, that means the food can stay in the stomach for a longer duration. It can produce gases. It can cause bloating. It can then also cause constipation, which further leads to indigestion. Or if your peristaltic movement is quite fast, that means the food doesn't stay in the stomach. So the digestion and absorption doesn't take place properly, and the food is also eliminated out easily from the body. So that's where people notice frequent motion issues, particularly after every meal. So to make sure that your peristaltic movement happens properly, you have to strengthen the intestinal lining or muscles, which happens with exercises. You can do a walk or follow certain yoga or workout to start strengthening your pelvic muscles, to start strengthening your abdominal muscles, which will further help in digestion of food. Now, this was about improved digestion. Now, when it comes to enhanced nutrients, enhanced nutrient absorption in the body, that's where the exercise also becomes very important. We all know that when we exercise, our heart rate increases. That means the circulation of blood or blood flow can also improve. And when the blood flow improves, that means whatever food we are eating is getting digested, absorbed, and the nutrients are then circulated to each and every cell properly. If the circulation is not there, that means the nutrient will not reach our cells, and we can notice deficiencies. It can be iron deficiency, it can be any deficiency. So we have seen clients coming to us eating the best food, like for example, they are eating iron rich food, but the person is not exercising. That means the circulation is not happening properly. So even if you're eating iron-rich food, the iron is not getting absorbed well in the internal system. The nutrient is not getting circulated in the body, and it is not reaching to cell where it is required to function. So this leads to deficiency. On the other hand, if you're eating the correct amount of nutrition and doing exercise which enhances the overall circulation, that means the nutrient absorption in each and every cell also improves. So automatically the deficiency starts reducing. So that's where the activity helps in enhanced nutrient absorption. That means reduction in deficiency as well. So look at adding walk maybe 30-45 minutes after your meal to make sure that your circulation takes place properly, and also enhances the nutrient absorption in the body. Plus, we all know that blood flow, particularly to the digestive system, is also very important because blood is required for each and every function in the body. So if your digestive system is getting enough amount of blood flow, automatically the digestion and absorption of nutrients takes place properly. That's where having good enough amount of activity on a regular basis becomes very important. Apart from that, oxygen plays a very important role when it comes to digesting your food, absorption of nutrients, maintaining a proper balance of your digestive enzymes, of your stomach acids, of your gut microbiome. That's where exercise again comes in picture, because when we are exercising regularly, we tend to also focus on our breathing practice. When you are exercising, you know that you're improving your cardiac output. You know that your body will be lacking in oxygen, and that's where you start breathing deeply. When you breathe deeply, you're putting more and more oxygen in the body. This oxygen further helps in improving your overall digestion. And we all know we can heal. The body can heal, the cells can, grow properly in an oxygenated body. When a person doesn't have enough amount of oxygen in the body, most of the function can take a back seat. So that's where adding enough amount of oxygen with the help of exercise also becomes very important, not just for your digestion, but for your overall well-being and also in improving the energy levels. So look at adding good amount of activity in your routine to make sure that you're taking care of oxygen intake, you're taking care of good blood flow to your digestive system, you're taking care of overall peristaltic movement as well. Apart from that, the fourth point that I would want to highlight is we being in a parasympathetic nervous system when we are eating food. We all know there are two kind of nervous responses in the body: flight and fright mode, and then is the eat and digest mode, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, when we are exercising, we feel better. Now, there are many clients who come to us, and they tell us that whatever food I eat is not getting digested properly. And when we look into the history, we also come to know that, okay, they are eating under constant stress, which makes the nutrient absorption difficult, which also makes them deficient in many nutrients, which also makes fat accumulation more easy in the body. Because when you are eating under constant stress, that means the body is not in its rest and digest mode. It is in the flight and fright mode. That means it is preparing your body to fight with something, or it is frightened. That means it starts producing more fat in the body, or allows the food to get accumulated as fat in order to control any kind of inflammation that the body is foreseeing. So to make sure that your body is digesting the food properly and you're getting enough amount of nutrients from the food that you're eating, you should eat in complete rest and digest mode, wherein your mind and body is at ease. And to make sure this happens, the best way is to start exercising, or at least do walk. So we have seen people adding activity or walk an hour before the meal, and they see a better nutrient absorption and digestion, because whenever we walk or whenever we do any kind of activity, our body releases feel-good hormone, which actually suppresses the cortisol. And if the cortisol or the stress hormone is suppressed, your body changes the nervous system. It shifts from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. That means you're now ready to rest and digest the food that you have eaten properly. So this further helps in overall well-being. That's where adding a good enough amount of activity in your routine and also a post-meal walk becomes very important. The fifth point that I would want to talk to you all about is the vagus nerve. By now, I'm sure that everybody knows it by heart that vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve that actually connects your gut and brain together. And this nerve needs to function properly. If the vagus nerve is not functioning properly, then there are higher chances that the body may not get signals. It's the vagus nerve that actually signals the brain that, yes, I'm hungry, I have to eat. Yes, I am full now, I have to stop eating. And this also involves various other chemical interaction internally in the body and in the brain. But vagus nerve becomes very important when it comes to connecting the gut and brain together. So if you want to have a proper vagus nerve function, making sure that you do certain activities like swimming, jogging, doing pranayamas like Bhramari, all of these actually helps in stimulating the vagus nerve. And if your vagus nerve is functioning properly, your digestion, absorption, metabolism, excretion, everything happens properly. So to make sure that your body is getting enough benefit from the food that you have eaten, exercise plays a very crucial role. By now, we all know the connection between the exercise and the gut health. That's where, moving around throughout the day, not sitting at one place for a longer duration becomes very important. You can at least add 30 minutes of activity. It can be a walk. As I said, it can be a run, it can be a jog. Gradually look at adding yoga into your routine. If you are not a yoga person, you can look at adding weight training, light weight training or body weight training to make sure that you are improving your overall blood circulation, your digestion, your absorption, excretion as well, because excretion is very important. Unless and until the waste product is out of the body, you don't feel settled. If the waste product stays in the body, that means you are feeling constipated, your body can produce toxic gases, which leads to further issues, which leads to further indigestion, and it can affect various other organs as well. So if you want to keep your digestion as well as other organs healthy, this particular pillar of lifestyle, that is adequate exercise, becomes very, very important in healing, adding vigor and vitality in your body. Okay, so let's see if I have any questions so far. Okay. Any kind of activity works when it comes to improving the overall digestion? Yes. So as I said, any kind of activity which will help us in improving our overall blood circulation will be helpful in keeping the digestive tract on track as well. So it can be a run, it can be a walk, it can be a jog, it can be weight training, strength training, it can be a Pilates, yoga, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you feel your body can take, you can go ahead with that and keep following it consistently with discipline so that you get better results when it comes to your gut health. Great, so that's it from my end. In case you guys have any further queries regarding this particular topic, you can feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page. Take care everyone, and I'll see you soon.